everybody, this is Keith Gleason, host of Indie Comics Relay, creator of the Mighty Mascots, and promoter for the Plastic City Comic Con. And I'm here with another June Recommends video. Before we get into that, just a quick reminder that we got Plastic City Comic Con coming up on July 20th. The admission is $10 as usual, free parking, kids 12 and under, free with an adult. And we got a ton of guests. Wrestling legend, superstar Jimmy Hart, Jim Salicrup, Dan Parent, Keith Champagne. The list goes on and on and on. And look at all these vendors we got. It's the biggest show for the tiniest price you can find anywhere in New England and probably the country. So check it out. We're hyper focused on comics here at this show as well. So also check out heroenvy.com if you want to check out all my comic books that I create. Kids Switch, Mighty Mascots, Hero Envy, Swamp Tales. You can find them all in this one place. Also, if you're looking for a letterer for your upcoming comic project, hit me up here. And there's a portfolio of all my lettering work on the website. You can check it out and let's talk. All right, now that we've gotten that out of the way, so I've been doing these videos for a while now, but I always feel like I need to explain, for new viewers. But I go through my preview guide every month when I do my comics, and I do all my orders on DCBS, and I thought, why not recommend some cool indie books that I'm seeing in the catalog, and and it's not every indie comic that's out there. It's usually number ones that are new for the month, but it's not every comic out there. It's ones that appeal to me and that I thought would recommend to you all. So, and there's various reasons I like these books. It's usually the creators, or if it just looks cool, or if it's sometimes the nostalgia gets me on certain books too. So the other thing too is sometimes I will not get the floppy, especially if it's a mini series. I'll probably get the paperback when it comes out eventually, but I do buy a lot of floppies, so most of the time it will probably be a floppy. So, all right, without further ado, let's get into the picks for this month. Now, the first one is from Ahoy Comics, AHOY, Ahoy Comics. This is called Babs. It's a mini series, 1 of 6, and it's written by Garth Ennis. And artwork is by Jason Burrows with covers by Chris Burnham. Now, this looks like I love Garth Ennis. I've been a fan since, the Hellblazer days, and then the Preacher comics and the Boys, everything Garth Ennis has done, I've been pretty much on board with. So this one looks interesting. It's a sword and sorcery with a female character who just seems to be crazy. So, and I love this cover, which is like a riff on the Masters of the Universe stuff, which I thought was great. And actually, speaking of Masters of the Universe, I almost put it in my picks this month, but they have a Masters of the Universe Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover coming out from Dark Horse, which looks kind of fun. It's I guess they're doing a whole toy line, so they actually made a comic book that crosses over those two properties. That should be an interesting mix of characters. I almost put it in here, but there's so many other great books this month. I just thought I'd mention it to you guys. But this looks cool. Like I love Garth Ennis, like I said, in whenever he does a female character is usually pretty fun. And I'd love to see his take on sword and sorcery stuff, because that's one of the genres I don't think he's really gotten into that much. He might have done some things, but yeah, I haven't seen this sort of storyline from him, so I'm looking forward to it. So it's 6 issues, and it's got Jason Burrows is a great artist. He was the artist for Punisher for a while and some other stuff. So yeah, I'm looking forward to checking this out. So if you want to order a Babs from Ahoy Comics, you just got to go up here, and there's this diamond code that you got to give your retailer. All right, moving on to our next pick. This is Time Waits #1. This is a 4-issue miniseries, I believe. It's from Distillery Media. It's written by Chip Zdarsky and the artwork is Marcus Two, I think is how you say it. And David Brothers is co-writer, I guess, on it as well. Or I don't know, David Brothers could be the art. Yeah, I think David Brothers is the artist. Cover artist is Marcus Toe. Okay, sorry about that. So, first of a 4-issue miniseries. This is from Distillery. Now, this company is a little pricey, but their books are really nice. They usually wrap around covers, but they're like the big prestige format, like almost magazine size. And they're usually a lot more pages than regular issues. So I want to say it's about 48 pages or more. And Distillery is like a lot of the top indie creators working right now. And Chip Zdarsky's been really good. I've been enjoying everything he's been working on lately, including especially the Batman run he's been doing has been really good. And this one, it seems to be about like a time travel story where a guy goes back to the past to kill somebody, doesn't want to do it, and ends up just staying there. And then eventually, 10 years later, his actions come with consequences as the future comes a calling kind of storyline. It's 4 issues. It looks really cool. And like I said, Chip Zdarsky's been doing some cool stuff. So I think this is worth checking out. This is from Distillery Media. And if you want to order it, the diamond code is right here. Give that to your retailer and let them know you want it. All right, moving on to our next pick. This is Berserker, The Lost Book of B, #1. This is written by Keanu Reeves and Matt Kindt. Artist is Ron Garney. Now, this is, I'm sure you've heard of Berserker. It was a big hit like a couple of years ago. And the big deal was that Keanu Reeves was doing a comic. And, Matt Kindt's always been a great writer. So I love the first Berserker miniseries, which was like 12 issues. And I've been buying some of the one-shots. I think I've gotten everything Berserker. The one-shots, some of them have been by Matt Kindt and some have been by other creators, but they've all been pretty good. This one is especially interesting because it's the creative team back from the original miniseries. So, and I believe it's just a one-shot, and it's also supposed to take place in the time of Genghis Khan, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I like this character a lot. It's like kind of like a cool indie version of like Wolverine or something, combined with like Conan the Barbarian. It's really cool stuff. And I recommend it. It's one of the best properties Boom has. Keanu Reeves is a great creator. Matt Kindt's a great writer. And Ron Garney's a great artist. It's a little pricey. It's a $9.99 cover price, but usually these one shots have been super thick. It's almost like getting the amount of like a full graphic novel in one shot, so it's definitely worth checking out. And like I said, I think this will be great. Premise is good. So yeah, so if you want to check out Berserker Lost Book of B, this is the diamond code that you would give your retailer and let them know that you want this book. All right, 4 more picks. So let's move on here. Next pick is Defenders of the Earth, 1 of 8. Now, this is from Mad Cave Studios. The writer on this is Dan DiDio, and the artist is Jim Calafiore, I think is how you say the last name. This is a continuation of the cartoon series from the 80s, which combined all I believe it's the King Syndicate that owns all these characters. Flash Gordon, Lothar, Mandrake the Magician, and of course the Phantom, all on one team. The cartoon was awesome, and it was like if you're curious about it, go on YouTube and just look up the intro and just watch. It was like one of those cool action cartoons of the 80s, and I'm excited that the comic is coming. I mentioned this on my free comic book day video that the Flash Gordon 0 issue was alluding to the fact that Defenders of the Earth was definitely coming. Same logo and everything, so it's definitely continuation of the cartoon. The one thing I'm really excited about on this book, though, besides the the nostalgia factor, and I'm loving this cartoon growing up, is that Dan DiDio is writing it. And that's the Dan DiDio from DC Comics that used to run DC Comics. One thing about Dan, though, he's a really good writer. Like I everything I've read by him, I've really enjoyed. He did a book at DC called Sideways. He also did with the Frank Miller Company, Frank Miller Presents. He did a series called Ancient Enemies that was really good. A really interesting superhero story with two factions, and it had a little bit of politics mixed in, but also it was just really well done. And he's a good writer. So like I having him on something like this will be interesting to see. So yeah, I'm in. I'm gonna get all 8 issues and check this out. I like this property, so I'm in. So check that out. So if you want to order Defenders of the Earth, give them your retailer's diamond code and let them know. 3 more. All right, let's moving on to the next one. Next one is Universal Monsters Frankenstein, number 1 of 4. 4-issue miniseries written by Michael Walsh, artwork by Michael Walsh, cover artist Joshua Middleton. Now, this is continuation. This is the third of Universal Monster miniseries that have come out. There's been the Dracula one, followed by the Creature from the Black Lagoon. I have read the Dracula one. I am buying the Creature from the Black Lagoon one. I have not read it yet. I'm waiting to get all 4 issues, and I'm going to read it. This one I'll definitely get all the same. Now this one has a unique take. I read the premise behind it, and the writer artist is going to be exploring like each of Frankenstein's body parts and who they belong to before they became part of Frankenstein. And it sounds like he's going to weave this story with them and then like what's going on with Frankenstein all together into like this one big storyline narrative kind of thing. And it sounds really cool. Like I've never read anything by Michael Walsh. If you have, let me know in the comments. I don't know if maybe I have read. They mentioned the Silver Coin, which I think was an Image book, but it was an anthology. So I don't know if he only did one of the issues in there or what, or if he was the creator behind it. I haven't read that, but I know what it's about, so it sounds kind of interesting. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to this. I like the monsters from Universal, and they've been doing a great job with these titles with both the artwork and the storyline. So I'm definitely really looking forward to this one. So if you want to order Frankenstein, this is the diamond code. Give that to your retailer and tell them you want it. All right, 2 more to go. Next one on our list is Stand Still. This is a book from Image Comics. I don't know if this is a mini series or I think it was. I think I saw another description saying it was 8-issue miniseries. It's written by Lee Loughridge. Artwork is by Lee Loughridge, and cover artist is Andrew Robinson. Yeah, miniseries premiere right there. So the premise of this is sort of like about a villain who gains a device that can stop time and starts slowly taking revenge on the people who've wronged him, whether it's like him stealing something from them or, they die mysteriously, things like that. And I guess the only person that sees what's happening is the person who created the device and tries to stop them. It sounds interesting. It sounds like a cool storyline. I'm not familiar with the creator Lee Loughridge, but I like the cover. I like the concept, and I'm willing to give this one a chance. This is one of those ones that I probably will buy the trade of. I'll wait till all 8 issues are out, and then I'll check it out. But yeah, anything time travel, I'm kind of interested. I like when you can do an interesting twist on a time travel story. So if you want to check out Stand Still, this is the diamond code you would give your retailer. Let them know that ICR let you know about it. All right. Our final book, which the one I'm really excited about, is Jonny Quest #1. Now, this is put out by Dynamite Comics. From what I understand, this is going to be a ongoing series. It's written by Joe Casey. The artwork is by Sebastian Perez. Cover art is by Chad Hardin. And if another nostalgia one for me, Dynamite's been killing it with bringing back all these Saturday morning properties from back in the past. You know, they have Thundercats, they have Space Ghosts. I think they're going to be dropping a Powerpuff Girls comic. They also have Gargoyles, a bunch of Disney stuff. But I'm most excited about Johnny Quest. That was like one of the best cartoons from the 60s of all time. And the cover looks great. It's written by Joe Casey, who used to work on Ben 10. So I think that's a perfect fit. I like Joe Casey's writing. And Sebastian Perez, I'm not familiar with. It looks like he did We Ride Titans and Deadweights, which I'm unfamiliar with both of those books. But yeah, I read the preview that was in Free Comic Book Day. The 0 issue was probably about 8 pages or something, and couldn't really get a feel for what it was going to be, but I knew I was enjoying what I was reading. So I don't know, I love this comic or this cartoon. So I'm in. I'm going to definitely be checking it out. It looks like all the characters are here in their glory. I hope we see Jade. That's for the old fans there. Of Johnny Quest. I'm sure we'll see her in one of these. But yeah, no, I can't wait. I think it's going to be awesome. So yeah, if you want to get Johnny Quest, this is the Diamond Code right here. They have 1 million covers like always. Dynamite loves to do the 1 million cover thing. I looked at them all, and they're all really good, really strong. But the A cover for me, I thought was the best one, so I'm gonna get this one. They have a Jay Lee one, so you may want to check that out. You just Google like variant covers, and you'll be able to see them all on some different sites and stuff. So, all right, everybody, that's it for this month's picks. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, share the channel if you know anyone that's into indie comics and might want to know what's coming up in the next couple of months for comics. Also join us every other Monday night for our live stream, Indie Comics Relay Live, as we talk to indie creators and just have a great time talking pop culture and comic book creation and everything. We usually have some fun guests, and it's a great time. Great way to kill a couple hours on a Monday night. So, all right, everybody, have a great week. We'll talk to you later. And most importantly, read some comics. All right, everybody. Bye.